Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be another tuning day on drag truck. Today we're going to try to tune on that nasty flat spot on the carburetor. We're going to see what we got laying around and what possibilities we have that we can possibly fix it. Try to make it perform just a little better. We sure thank you all for joining us. Hopefully we have as good as luck this time as we've had in the past few projects. Start with, we're going to see exactly what size of squirter we got on our primaries. Means this is a vacuum secondary. We'll start with that. And at a quick glance, I did look here and they got the Accelerator pump cam on number 1, so that's getting it there as early as possible. I'm guessing I have a fuel starvation off the line. We're going to see if it's wrong. We'll have to go the other way and make it a little leaner off the line, but we'll know more. I'm guessing it's a flat spot because of lack of fuel. We're just going to take a Phillips screwdriver and remove that. Keep these throttle plates closed. You don't want to drop anything inside there. At least if it hits your throttle plate, you have a chance of getting it. In which it was already loose. That might have been a problem. So the gasket came out with it. Sometimes it sits on the base. That's a good thing. We'll just set that right here. And the screw we didn't drop. So the one that was on drag truck was a 31, which I would think that would be sufficient. I honestly do. And I do have this 35 I can try, so I just might put that 35. And this one in here's got the hole in the bolt that holds it down. Another thing worth trying is see what springs inside the vacuum secondary. I can only tell you that with the 430s it could use the secondaries a little quicker than with the 271s. So I'm going to see what springs in there, and we'll look around in my springs. Maybe I have something to make them secondaries come open a little quicker. That won't have anything to do with the flat spot off idle, getting it going, but it'll help it, you know, once it gets going, have the secondaries come open a little smoother and a little earlier. I think it could use that. We'll see. It's trial and error on all of this. And to get at that spring, you just got 2 Phillips screwdrivers here. Like that. You just got to be careful not to drop them. Careful. Easy. We did it. This looks like one of the stiffer ones. I'll look around and see what I have. So the one that was in there was the plain. That's the medium. This one here is yellow. It's a 2-step up from that as far as being a lighter spring, meaning easier to compress, meaning my secondaries will come open a hair quicker. It's just a trial, guys. If it doesn't work, you can go back or go the other way. So we put the O-ring on top, put the spring on here. We bought this secondhand, got a good deal on it. And the only thing I really looked at was to make sure that the accelerator pump arm was semi-set right. And that's why, if you're wondering why I didn't go there first, it's because I've already glanced at that when I put this on. So we'll get this bolted down real quick with the 2 bolts. So we went to a 35 squirter and a little weaker spring here. These two would not be related. This right here is a flat spot just off idle. And this right here is a performance once I get it going. Going to give all you Holley guys a quick tip. If you're tuning your vacuum secondary, if you're going to run an air cleaner, make sure it's on there. That'll affect on how quickly that comes open. And if you got a full-blown race car and you don't run an air cleaner, then obviously that's how you would do it too. You got a full-blown race car. Why do you have a vacuum secondary? Why do I have a vacuum secondary on this? Third thing I did is swapped out the cam for the accelerator pump. I could move this probably a good 1/4 of an inch without moving the accelerator pump. Now I can't move this not even a 1/8 of an inch and gas is dribbling out the squirters. So that's huge. That'll be huge on fixing this problem. So we changed the cam. We're on the number 1 hole, and the accelerator pump is immediately reacting. When you open it all the way up, I can still push the accelerator pump down just a little bit so I won't stress the diaphragm. Well, we'll try this, see how that works. So I went out and I tested on it, and that about 98% took away the flat spot once it was warmed up. So a huge improvement. Even on part throttle leaving town, even when it was cold, I knew I made a nice difference there. So did it help it at wide open throttle? No, but it sure helped it part throttle and trying to take off with it. So anyways, we're getting there one step at a time. That was the steps I took today. This rodeo's over for today. I'll catch you on the next roundup. Until next time, happy trails.